Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is that you're listening to The Morning Mindset. I am thankful that you're here. My name is Kerry Green, and I welcome you to this time when we together can align our minds with the truth of God from His Word. That's the goal of The Morning Mindset, and that's the only goal. Let's do that together today. I wonder, did you take me up on the suggestion that I made in yesterday's episode? If you didn't hear that, please go back and listen to yesterday's episode. I suggested that we all take some time to physically bow before God, to physically kneel as His creatures under His mighty hand as the Creator, because that's what Psalm 95 encourages us to do. The psalmist says, "Come, let us worship and bow down. Let us kneel before the Lord our Maker, for He is our God, and we are the people of His pasture, the sheep of His hand." What was that experience like for you? As I said, I planned on doing that as soon as I stopped the recording. So once I had saved everything, I did. I moved my chair out of the way. I knelt down. And what I discovered was that as I got low physically, I was able to see God on high more clearly. I was able to recognize that I am small compared to Him in His might, in His grandeur, in His power. And that all the things that I insist upon to push myself forward or to puff myself up or to give myself more status or authority or strength in this world are nothing compared to who He is just by nature. And so I want to do that more often. I think I'm going to try to make that a regular practice, to just bow in the silence and to let the posture of my body remind me in my spirit who my God is and who I am in light of Him. Now, I want to continue reading today in Psalm 95. The end of the last verse that we read is verse number 7. There's a sentence that begins right in the end of the verse, and it says, "Today, if you hear His voice, do not harden your hearts as at Meribah, as on the day at Massah in the wilderness, when your fathers put me to the test and put me to the proof, though they had seen my work. For 40 years I loathed that generation and said, they are a people who go astray in their heart, and they have not known my ways. Therefore I swore in my wrath, they shall not enter my rest." Wow, that's kind of a somber way to end this great passage about singing songs of praise. And if you notice, the voice changed in the passage. Today, if you hear His voice, do not harden your hearts, as happened in these certain places. And then it suddenly changes to God speaking. And He says, your fathers put me to the test. They had seen my work, and I turned against them because they turned against me. Now, that's not the kind of language we enjoy hearing as God's people. We don't like thinking that God could be against us. But the Scripture is very clear, my friends. It says God opposes the proud, but gives grace to the humble. And so if you're ever concerned, is God against me? Is God, pushing back against my efforts, whatever they may be? Just stop and simplify it and think along those lines. God opposes the proud. So am I being proud? Am I pushing my agenda? Am I pushing myself forward? Am I resisting what He is directing me to do? You see, that's really what happened here with the people of Israel, these historical accounts that He's referring back to. They put God to the test by hardening their hearts against what He wanted them to do. Though they had seen His mighty work, though they had experienced His deliverance already, they went astray in their hearts because of their own pride. My prayer for us today, my friends, is that we will be inoculated from pride, that God will grant us humility to see ourselves as the creation under His good and mighty hand as our Creator. Let's do that today. Let's humble ourselves.